Hello teacher, today we go to read chapter 5, When Passepartout Became an Acrobat. 6 November, Hong Kong was the last country they traveled to under British law. This was the inspector's final opportunity to get an arrest warrant for Phyllis Fogg. It was not difficult to imagine his anger when he discovered that the British officials in Hong Kong knew nothing about the warrant and told him he had to wait for it. His only chance to arrest Phyllis Fogg was to keep him in Hong Kong. But how? While he was thinking about this, Fish reconnected Passepartout walking down the steps of the Carnatic, the ship which was taking them to Yokohama. An excited Inspector Fix ran toward him. Nice to meet you again, Mr. Fix. We met in Egypt, in the Suez. He shook his hand. He was a little out of breath. "I'm sorry, Mr. Fix, but I really don't have time to talk," said Passepartout. He continued walking. "Of course, I won't stop you, but tell me, do you always go everywhere so quickly?" "I need to go back to the hotel to tell my master that the Kinetic isn't leaving tomorrow morning. The repairs are complete and the ship is going to leave tonight." "Oh, I understand, but let me walk with you on the way to your hotel," said Inspector Fix. The two men talked about Hong Kong and their journey. Suddenly Fix has an idea. "Maybe I can stop Passepartout from feeling Phyllis Fogg about the ship, and then the ship will leaving without him," he told himself. "It's still early," Inspector Fix began. "Why don't we have a drink, Monsieur Passepartout? I know a nice place near the hotel. I'm sure we can stop for a drink. It's difficult to find a good friend to talk to after such a long journey away from home." "Well, just one drink," says Passepartout, who was enjoying his conversation with Inspector Fix. When they were inside the bar and the detective plan was complete, he ordered the drinks and asked the barman to make a very strong drink for Passepartout. Less than an hour later, Passepartout was drunk and fell asleep at the table. "Ah, Phileas Fogg will never know about the ship now," he said to himself, "and now Mr. Fogg is just need to wait until I have a warrant for your arrest. And it won't be long now. You can be certain for that." The next day, when Phileas Fogg woke up, he was a little surprised to see that Passepartout was not there. He packed the suitcase himself and paid the hotel bill. Then he went straight to the port with Miss Aouda. But Passepartout was not there. "How strange," thought Phileas Fogg, but he showed no surprise to see that Passepartout at the port. In fact, he did not seem worried about the departure of the ship of his manservant. Instead, he went to speak to the captain of the different boats in the port. Inspector Fix, who was waiting for Phileas Fogg, followed behind. The Carnatic was on its way to Yokohama. What was Phileas Fogg's new plan? Fix saw him to pay the surgeon of a small ship, who agreed to leave immediately. "Oh no," thought Inspector Fix, "he always thinks of something. That thief, he can't escape, not now." Fix was very angry and upset. He walked up and down near the ship, until Phileas Fogg noticed the poor man. "Are you looking for a ship too, my good man?" he asked. "We are going to Japan. If that's the direction you are going in, you are welcome to come with us." "Thank you, sir. That's very kind of you. My ship left early and I am in a terrible situation. In fact, I was just thinking about how I could find another ship to take me to Yokohama," replied Inspector Fix. He was amazed at his good luck, but he was worried that things were not going exactly as he'd planned it. He was determined to catch his thief. "I will have to follow Fogg around the world if that's the only way I can catch him," he thought. But where were our friend Passepartout? Passepartout woke up in the bar a few hours later. His head hurt and he could not remember anything, except that he came into the bar with someone he met, and that he talked to a man about. The ship! The Carnatic was leaving that evening. He looked at his watch. "Oh no," he thought, "I'm late. Mr. Fogg will be at the port now." He ran to the boat and go on. He looked everywhere for Mr. Fogg and Miss Aouda, but he could not see them. It was then that he started to remember his afternoon with the man he met at the port. But of course, he thought, Mr. Fogg doesn't know. How could he? I still in that bar with Mr. Fig and then I. It was too late. The ship already sailing toward Yokohama. He felt very bad. This was terrible. His mother was losing his bed because of him, and he did not have a penny in his pocket. When he arrived in Yokohama, he walked around the street, trying to decide what to do. Soon he felt hungry and he decided to sell his European jacket and buy an old Japanese one. But the money was not enough. He needed money to eat and to sleep, and above all, to return home. Just when he thought the situation was hopeless, he saw an advertisement for a circus. Don't miss Batuka Circus, the last show before the circus moved to America. Acrobat, clowns, lion, tiger, and much more. And this is Anne. Thank you for listening.